Okay, folks, we'll go ahead and get started here.
Go ahead and talk.
Could you introduce yourself? I don't think I've seen you here before.
You haven't? This is my first time here.
Welcome.
I'm Stuart Blood,
Okay.
KF4YNB.
KF4 Yankee November Victor, right? Okay. And then how about you? Could you introduce yourself?
The last time I saw.
I'm Sean,
Uh-huh.
KW4KT.
Oh, you were here last month.
Yep.
I'm sorry. KW4KT. Okay. And is yours spelled S-T-U-A-R-T?
Right.
Okay.
Did you say Victor? It's Beta.
That's why I came up 3 o'clock.
Yankee November Bravo.
Bravo.
Okay. I'm a stickler for getting all that right. Is yours S-E-A-N or?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I had yours written down wrong. Okay. And I should have recognized you because you were here last month, so I appreciate that. And then we've got Brad, WA4HBM, and we've got James, WA9MED. Welcome. And I get Glenn, AK4HA, and Linda, AK4GZ, and that's Loretta's spot right there. And then I got Roger, KJ4YSY, and Bill, N4DIT, and JB, WA4WWH. So thanks everybody for coming, and good to see the new faces and almost new face. So the first thing would probably be to set the luncheon. Linda, how would the 23rd be for you? That's about the middle between. Would that work?
That's fine.
Okay. So Thursday, July 23rd, we'll have our monthly luncheon. Odd numbered month puts us at Frisch's on Harrodsburg Road, and it starts at 11:30 a.m. Okay. Is that a problem for anybody that wants to go? I always ask them because they have so many doctor appointments and stuff like that.
You saying we're sickly people?
We can celebrate Julian's birthday at the same time.
Oh, okay. When's your birthday?
29.
The 29th. Okay.
And it's close to Rogers, so we can go ahead and
Yeah.
celebrate both.
Yeah, that's right. We were out in the field last year at this time, weren't we? Celebrating the birthdays.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember. I remember you two are pretty close. So
We celebrate all month.
yeah. Well. Yeah, I don't blame you. Okay. How about you came in just a little bit late. I should know your name, but I don't.
Bruce Campbell,
Bruce. Okay. And what's your call, Bruce? I'll put you in the
KM4EHU.
Echo Hotel uniform. Okay, I'll get you in the book here. Okay, starting over here, let's talk about field day. Who operated field day? Anybody? Sean?
Not really.
Okay. No? Okay, Brad? Well, you were out at the bars. Anything field day, James?
I was at the bars. I helped set up and
Oh, okay, good.
talk till like 4 in the morning.
Well, that's. I assume you ate too. I mean, I only show up for the food. So okay, and yeah, that was a good operation. More stations this year. Good quality stuff.
I did go out to check out because it's my first year here with the group. So
Yeah, at least to see what it is. Yeah.
yeah, it's very, very impressive.
Yeah. And so Glenn, why don't you and Roger talk about what you all did? You were around the corner. I almost didn't know you were there because you were around the corner a little bit. So, and you were tearing down about the time I got there. So,
I put up a vertical and put about 16 radials out. I think it worked pretty good. I had trouble with my tuner and
okay.
finally figured out what that was. I must have stepped on the connector or something and broke power to it. So
Okay.
I didn't transmit, but I got to listen to a lot.
Okay,
I finally went over and sat with Roger. He was working the world over there.
okay. Yeah, what were you using, Roger?
I was using my 817 at 5 watts.
Mm-hmm.
And most of the time I was using Glenn's multi-band in-fed dipole.
Okay.
Worked very well. We found SWR was low on, about 5 different bands.
Yeah.
And only needed a tuner on a couple like 12
17,
and 15, was it
12 and 17.
12 and 17?
Yeah, well, you don't care about those for field day
And the
anyway.
rest of them was,
Yeah,
SWR was really very well.
so that's a good field day or contest antenna because it works on the band, field day bands.
Well, and actually, being as crowded as it was, I made several contacts. I think I ended up with 9.
Okay,
But then I wasn't out there that long. And then we also experimented with Glenn's vertical antenna quite a bit while we was out there too. And we got started a little late. Things just wasn't working out too well, but
Okay.
we thought we could be ready in an hour, and it took us probably an hour and a half to get everything set up
okay.
and ready to go. But it was a good field day,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and
we,
enjoyed being out there.
yeah, I didn't
And-
have everything ready on the radials. The radial kit hadn't been deployed or
We
everything.
just got it.
Yeah, I just got it in time to,
Okay.
barely got in time to put the antenna.
But now this tuner, this is a tuner that's at the base of the antenna, is that
Yeah.
right? Okay. And then you feed power to it, and then it tunes itself for whatever frequency you're on?
Yeah, you could do that. I didn't
Okay.
have it set up that way. I
Okay.
actually had it set up back at the radio, but
Oh, okay.
that's an optimal way to set it, is put it right at the base of the antenna.
Yeah, and so it'd be kind of like an automatic
Actually, what
coupler.
we had at the antenna was a load that you varied, inductance, you varied the inductance to get it in tune. But it was in tune on 40 without anything on it at all. It was 40 meter dipole. And that was what I was hoping to operate and test out.
Okay,
And once I got it up and verified that it was a good antenna and everything, I decided I just wanted to go sit with Roger.
okay. So this was the vertical that I saw out there,
Right,
and you had it set up for 40.
right.
Okay. And it was loading up okay?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. But the automatic coupler would give you the other bands then, had it been working right?
Actually, this particular antenna didn't come with a tuner.
Oh, okay, it was separate?
So
Okay.
it came with a manual. You just go down and move the coil.
Oh, okay.
Little clip up and down the coil wherever you want to, set it for 40,
Okay,
whatever. Actually, it ended up being a lot like another antenna I already had, except it's fed at the top instead of the bottom.
okay,
And it has a real high impedance feed up there, and you feed it with ladder line. I want to try that one out again one of these days.
okay.
I haven't had a good chance to
So
try that.
so the tuner that you're talking about was something you were using in addition to the
right.
thing, okay. Mhm. Like you could set your taps on your coil like close and then use the tuner to get you
Exactly.
back down to, okay.
Yeah, up and down the band.
But you had problems powering the tuner?
Yes.
Okay, okay. All righty. Well, JB, did you go to the bars field day? No? Okay. Well, the guy next to you was one of the cooks, and then the lady in yellow was one of the cooks. And both of you did really well with the cooking. So I personally appreciate that as somebody that likes to eat. So anything else to report regarding field day while we're still on that topic? I operated from home as I usually do, Class 1E battery QRP, and I didn't get started until 10 o'clock Sunday morning because the weather was just so nice Saturday that I just didn't want to I didn't want to do any radio stuff. I wanted to do stuff outside, because I can't, when it's 90 degrees and 90% humidity, I can't do much, so. But I got 100 QSOs in, but of course that's using my home antennas, but the radio was battery powered, so it's a lot of fun to do it that way, and I typically stay on the higher bands because it's easier with QRP power to be on the higher bands. I think I made like one, out of 103 QSOs, one was on 40 meters, everything else was higher. So if the higher bands are playing, it actually can be a lot of fun. So, okay, how about antennas, antenna experimenting? Now, Glenn, you talked about your new vertical. Anybody else experimenting with antennas, either antennas for your field work or for, permanent installation at home? Roger, anything going on in that department? Okay,
I haven't done anything.
okay,
Visited relatives here in the last little while.
yeah, okay. Hopefully in air-conditioned houses.
No, it rained for the last, about the whole time we were there.
Oh, I did set my QRP rig up while I was up in Hyman.
Okay,
Used my power end fed, tied one end to a power pole, and just throw the other end up in the trees, and did fairly well. Operated from the front seat of my pickup truck off of battery.
okay,
And,
I worked him up there.
yeah,
okay.
me and Glenn talked, and I made several other contacts while
Okay.
I was there. Nothing spectacular, but the 13 colonies, I got 2 or 3 of them.
Oh, okay, good.
So, I was radiating some,
Mhm.
but it was just so rainy and everything that I didn't even get my antenna up the way I wanted to or anything.
This is up in the mountains someplace,
Yeah,
right?
it is.
okay.
Knott County.
And,
Knott County?
I'm right down in a steep valley.
It's so far up in the mountains, it's not even a county.
It's so far there that we didn't even know we was anywhere.
Yeah, that sounds good, eh?
I'm gonna be putting up 3 antennas this week.
Oh, okay, cool. Tell us about it.
Well, I got a J-pole, 2-band J-pole for, doing, local UHF, DHF stuff. And, 2 wire antennas. One is a multi-band parallel wire antenna that's supposed to be good from 160 to 10 maybe.
Oh, okay. That is a lot of bands.
And then I got a separate wire to cut for 6 meter,
Okay.
a dipole.
6-meter dipole? Yeah, just to have something up and going.
Yeah.
Good. Good.
What is that antenna?
Which one, the parallel dipole?
Yeah.
It's, what are they, alpha delta?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's just got spacers.
Okay, it's a fan dipole.
They're parallel, isn't a fan, they're kinda not parallel, the wires. Well, some people, I think,
Fan dipole. I've ever seen them have separator sticks on them.
yeah, that's what it's got. It works out to be the same. So
But
just to get something up.
Yeah.
So setting up my first rig, not necessarily QRP rig, but
Well, and you got, if my calculation is correct, you got everything from 160 through 70 centimeters covered there. So that's
hopefully.
awesome. Okay. Okay, anything else on antennas? Anybody doing anything either for field work or for your home station?
I saw somebody build a fan dipole, a full wave on 80. I saw it on YouTube, just watch it this week, and they built one for 80, for 40, for 20 and 10. And it was an excellent performer. I wished I had the space to put a full wave,
Yeah.
80 meter.
Yeah, I do too.
Just put you up a halfway 160 meter.
Yeah.
I wish I had space for a halfway 160 meters. Okay, well, Roger mentioned doing some field work in addition to field day. Anybody else with field work, you know, operating from a city park or anything like that? Brad, you haven't been to your cabin, I don't guess, to operate?
Oh, yeah.
You've been listening to your Texan out in your backyard. That's all. That's better than nothing.
It's nice to do that on a nice day.
Yeah. Too hot for me. I have a feeling at the rate we're going, it's going to be fall before I do any more field work, but maybe not.
I did play around field day weekend with Yagi, trying to listen to at least the FM bird, the SO50.
Okay.
And I was able to track it pretty well and hear it with my little $26 Balphone HT.
Isn't that amazing?
And that antenna, but my arm got really tired.
Chris, if you would have stuck around for field day, you would have sampled fall.
Yeah, I know.
That's why we quit at about 3 o'clock in the morning. We were all so cold, we shivered.
I
We got the cars and turned the
can
heaters
believe
on.
it. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I was looking forward to that night, you know, been waiting for something like that for a long time. Okay, anything else on antennas or other field type stuff before we move on here? Not that we're in any big hurry. Anything equipment wise now, it's not exactly prime time for building kits, but has anybody ordered any new kits or made any progress on any kits or anything? Brad, have you built your rig with the 3A3? I never remember the tube, 3A5 or
3A5.
3A5 or something like that.
No, sir, but I think about it a lot.
It's better than nothing.
Oh, I have something.
Yes, sir, Mr. Beal.
Two things. Notice at the Radio Shack here, I mentioned it earlier, Radio Shack down, what's this little shopping center down the street here?
Next to the Walmart.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, I used to call that North Park. I don't know whether that's still North Park.
Anyway, they're restocking the small parts, you know, transistors and diodes and resistors and stuff. I just had some time to kill. So I stopped over there and I checked, you know, those pull-out drawers. So they're restocking small parts. But also, we've got a pretty good inventory of small parts downstairs. I just added to the inventory a whole bunch, about 10 or 12 SA612s, the NE602s, the balance mixer that's used in all those QRP products. The through-hole ones, not the little surface mount ones.
Okay.
Kind of harder, a little harder to come by. And we've got some mini circuits, balance mixers and stuff like that are stocked downstairs. So if you're working on a project and you need some parts or got some ideas, you know, check with me. Or, you know, come to the Tuesday night BAR's technical group meeting.
Or Saturday morning, does that work too?
Or Saturday morning.
Okay.
That we would, the technical group was the one that's putting the stock together there, so.
Okay.
You know, some parts down there if you wanna build stuff.
Is that every Tuesday or?
That's Thursdays at 7 p.m. Not every Thursday, I send out a notice
Okay.
of ours and KY-QRP's listserv. Well, just for that one, just on ours listserv and people who have showed interest, I have a direct mailing list.
Okay.
Okay, good deal. Anything else related to parts or
Well,
kit
I guess
building? Yes, sir.
If anyone needs a fuse, when the Radio Shacks were closing up shop, I think I got every single fuse out of it.
There you go.
They had a thing one day where you could, everything you could fit in a bag was like $20 or something
Wow.
like
Well,
that.
I missed that day.
I did too.
And basically I took all the fuses and I rolled them up as tight as I could get the little things. And I managed to get, I think, over $1,000 worth of fuses in a $20 bag.
Wow.
Well, I will say at least Radio, if you can't get hold of him, Radio Shack did have a big inventory.
The only thing that
Story of
somebody
fuses.
there before me must have got most of the resistors and
Yeah.
capacitors, but I got a bunch of diodes and
So why didn't you call me?
and transistors. I didn't know anybody. So I
Yeah.
basically, I think I probably spent about $200, I think, and I probably got about $4,000 worth of parts.
Wow. Yeah. When I went to the one in Hamburg, it was still just like 40% off. But I still went through the parts drawers and said, you know, if I ever think I'm gonna need this, I'm just gonna go ahead and get it. Now, 40% off Radio Shack's price is probably about the same as what you can get it online, but I don't,
Including the shipping.
yeah. So,
Well, actually, that, if you can get a Radio Shack, that saves you that shipping cost.
Yeah,
It's-
well-
It's a shame to buy, $50 worth of parts and pay $6 shipping.
yeah, absolutely. And or the idea, it's Sunday afternoon and you're in the middle of a project and you lack 1 or 2 resistors for finishing, going to Radio Shack and spending what they charge you is a bargain, because you can finish it, you get your parts in a matter of minutes, and off you go. So,
If you need any parts, give me a call.
okay,
I've got a pretty good assortment,
good deal.
if I can find it.
I did get something I should have mentioned earlier. I got UKIT's FG01,
FT01,
SG, Foxtrot George.
okay, 01, okay,
01, it's a 1 to 72 megahertz antenna analyzer.
oh,
And
okay,
it's a little bitty tiny thing, that's what we liked about it. Got a picture of it.
okay, well, that's perfect for field work,
Yeah.
because we put up HF antennas.
Hauling QRP stuff around, you're going for a walk, maybe, you're gonna be out walking away for something before you set up. Field work. It's real nice to have
Yeah,
it set up.
now was that a kit, or that came assembled?
Actually, this comes assembled,
Okay,
and,
alrighty,
it scans it draws an arc, and you can narrow it down, I forget, something like 50 hertz, I think, or something. Really.
What did you say the frequency range on it was?
It's 1 to 72, 1 megahertz to 72 megahertz.
so it doesn't do you any good for, 2 meter and 77 meter antennas, but still those, analyzers for those bands can get pretty pricey pretty fast, so,
If I'm gonna do that, I've got one, MFJ.
yeah, I've got an
With
MFJ,
400.
mine doesn't go to 70 centimeters, but I also have a 70 center power meter. If I have to drag it out to a car or something, I can do it. It's not as convenient as the antenna analyzer, but I can do it.
I'm usually on HF when I'm hauling stuff like that around. My KX3's all only HF anyway, doesn't have UHF.
Right.
It's got 6 meters in it, but.
Yeah, well, and this covers 6 meters, so you're good to go.
Anyway, I like that law.
Okay.
It has rechargeable battery in it. You just charge it up and it lasts, I don't know how much, I forgot now how much it was, but all day, all night, probably the whole weekend.
Oh, yeah, I have no doubt. I don't replace the batteries in my MFJ all that often, really, because it doesn't really draw on them very much.
I don't replace them unless I run them, leave it on.
Yeah, well, mine, I think it shuts itself off automatically, but yeah, so. Okay, anything else related to equipment, test gear, kits, new rigs assembled or kits, whatever, okay?
It's
Well-
not really a QRP rig, but I got my first real rig today.
Oh, okay.
It's a TS 2000,
Oh, excellent.
but I mean, I can try to, when I'm, making contacts, I can try to, reduce power.
Yeah, a lot of people do that, especially if you're on a budget and don't really want to lay out the money for an 817. Just set your TS2000 that I've had one since, I think I bought mine in like 2003. I really like that radio.
Okay.
But yeah, you can just crank the power down and have some fun with that. So congrats on that purchase. Okay, so it's 7:25, so let me just open it up to anything anybody else has related to QRP, and if not, we'll close up shop and let Brad get the bars meeting started. Last call. Thanks, fellas and ladies, and thanks everybody for coming, and good to see the new faces. So we'll see you all at July 23rd at Frisch's and/or at the next meeting.